Hi guys, thank you so much for being here and for joining me on my new channel. This is a whole new journey for me. I'm really excited about it. I'm obsessed with watching YouTube, and finally starting my own channel is a total dream of mine. So I'm really thankful for having you here. If you saw the title of this video, I'm going to be doing an aesthetic fall anti-haul. Now, I fell into a loop watching YouTube, as I do, of watching a whole bunch of people go to TJ Maxx and Home Goods and shopping for all this seasonal stuff, from home goods to decor and makeup. And I was just getting so into it. I was like, I need all these products. I really want to buy my aesthetic seasonal decor also. And then I realized, no, don't get sucked into it. This is pure consumerism and it doesn't even make sense to me. So I'm going to be going category by category and sharing kind of why I think a lot of these things are so exciting and why we want them so much, but also why they might not be the best idea and why I personally don't buy them, as well as a few things that I actually do buy seasonally. So just stay tuned for that. So the three categories that I'm going to be talking about today are home goods, makeup, and miscellaneous. Now, starting out with home goods, the first thing that I see people buying absolutely all the time are scented holiday candles, especially fall scented candles. I'm not sure why everyone gets so excited particularly about these fall scents, especially because, in my opinion, the fall scented candles are super artificially vanilla-y, way too sweet, like sickly sweet, fake pumpkin scented, no matter what they're called, whether it's like crunching leaves or autumn breeze, whatever it is, they all have this underlying sweet, sweet, fake pumpkin-y vanilla smell. And it's just something that I personally cannot get behind, and I'm not totally sure who invented even that scent. Like, did Starbucks invent it, or did Starbucks copy it from the candle companies? But there are a couple of reasons why I don't buy these candles. The first one actually has to be that, in general, the candle companies that focus on seasonal candles use really artificial fragrances. And I can make a whole video about why these artificial fragrances are actually super toxic, and it's not talked about at all, especially in the United States. But they're really, really bad for you, and they're not that great to be burning. Now, I'm not going to say you're totally poisoning yourself with these candles, not at all. But in general, you want to be removing as many artificial fragrances as you can, and just burning holiday scented candles to me does not make sense for that reason. The other thing is that in general, I think that they smell quite cheap, and if you are investing into your house, especially with working from home, so much of us are home so often, even still, I can't believe it, 2021, it's literally so important to have a home that you care about and that you feel good in, that has good energy. And I just think that these really cheapy scented candles can bring down the whole vibe of your home, everything in it. So I think that for that reason, I personally don't buy it. I actually have a favorite candle company. If you're looking for something that smells really expensive, this is not sponsored. This is in its box because I buy a whole bunch of these all at once to save on shipping, because I buy straight from the brand. But if you're looking for something that smells really that kind of like expensive-y hotel smell, I'm telling you, where is it? Boy Smells. This stuff is so good. And these are like $30, but they smell like $100 candles. These are really, really good for the amount of money that you spend, which I know is not a cheap candle, but for the amount of money that you spend, they last a really long time and they smell absolutely amazing. The next category is going to be, again, seasonal hand soaps, which I actually did not realize were even a thing until just a week ago when I started falling into this seasonal fall decor YouTube hole. And then I realized that everyone was buying these seasonal hand soaps, and I was like, what on earth? Why would you be buying that? The main two reasons why I would avoid buying them are, number one, again, the fragrance component. The kind of companies that are selling these seasonal hand soaps, they're really not focusing on their ingredients or on their fragrances, so there could be lots of things in there that you just don't want. But more importantly, what are the chances that your hand soaps are all empty at the exact time that the seasonal soaps come out? Because there's only about a 2 or 3 week period where people get really hyped up about these seasonal things, and then the kind of hype dies down and then everyone gets excited for the next season a month or two later. But for those 3 or 4 weeks when you're really hyped about the season, what are the chances that all the hand soaps in your house are completely gone? There's just not, which means that even if you are buying cheap soaps and you're spending, between $3 and $10 per soap, you're spending all that money on something that you didn't need in the first place. So you're actually just wasting money, and that's money that could be spent elsewhere. The next category is also the biggest one, and that is home decor. And that goes from the bedroom, like throw pillows and blankets, to the living room, like decorative plates or little knickknacks. The kitchen, I've seen people buying mugs and glasses and silverware, all seasonal. And I just don't understand, because if you're buying this seasonal decor and you're spending, even if you're not spending a lot, between, let's say, $5 and $20 per item, and even if you're only buying 4 items per season, which for a lot of people, 4 items is not enough. They really want to fill their home with seasonal decor. Even if you're just spending that much, that little, you could say, you're spending about $100 a season, which by the end of the year is obviously $400 at a minimum. I've seen people who spend $200, $300 per season. You could be saving $1,000 and putting that towards actual decor that's going to look good and bring good energy into your home year-round. I'm personally really an advocate for just spending money on things, especially in the home, that really last. I'd rather spend a lot of money on my furniture because I know it's an investment versus spending a little bit at a time through the seasons, changing it here and there. It just doesn't make sense to me. And so for that reason, I always remind myself, even though I do get so excited when I'm walking through the store and I see like a plate or a throw pillow or something that's really cute and seasonal, I have to remind myself that I don't really need it and that I would rather use the money at the end of the year for something much better. More so, what are the chances that you actually need more throw pillows? Like, if your bed already has 6 pillows on it, do you really need 2 more? Do you really need a cookie plate that's shaped like a pumpkin? Do you actually need that plate, or do you just want it because it's shaped like a pumpkin? Because I'm guessing it's the latter. And so for that reason, yeah, no thanks to the home goods. I always have to remind myself of that, but it's just not for me. The next category gets me every time, and this is the category that I actually do buy things in, but I try and avoid for certain reasons, and that is makeup. Now, one thing that I will say is that I do love changing my makeup. I love changing the tones for the season, and I also think that changing your makeup style regularly can help you evolve your makeup and improve your techniques versus if you're doing the same thing year-round, you might actually not get better when you could be, and that's something that's important to me. I really like getting better at my makeup, and I really enjoy doing it, and I do like experimenting with it. So sometimes these fall eyeshadow palettes like these ones here are so exciting and I really want them, but honestly I do have to remember that especially around the holidays there are certain brands to avoid because in general they will be putting out cheaper products around the holiday time in holiday packaging, and you can be getting those fall tones, those winter tones, those spring pastels, whatever you want. You can get those same colors from those same brands as part of their permanent collections, so you don't actually have to be investing in this seasonal decor to have your makeup look good and be seasonal. The brands that come to mind that really do cheap out are Urban Decay, Too Faced for sure. NARS has been known to do this, just in general, putting out holiday makeup that is cheap and because of that, a waste of money. The last category is actually going to be food, particularly snacks. When you walk down the snack aisle, like the cookie aisle, in a grocery store around the changing of the seasons, it is literally full of seasonal items. And I'm talking like pumpkin vanilla cookies, cinnamon Oreos, things that look so good, and they particularly get you because they give you the idea that if you don't get it now, they will be gone. And that's true. They're seasonal, they're not going to last forever. And I literally, because of that, I just want to know. Like, I want to know what that tastes like. I want to buy it. But I have to remind myself, under normal circumstances, I would not be buying a box of Oreos usually. Or I would not be buying like a giant bag of these cookies. And just because they have seasonal items available does not mean that I need those items right now or that I even really want those items right now. In general, they kind of get you while you're in the checkout line, and they just make you waste money. And so for that reason, I do avoid them. I try and avoid seasonal foods altogether, especially because I think that because it's usually junk food that's seasonal, they're really loaded up with like really bad for you fats, really bad for you sugars, things like that. So for that reason, I avoid them. Thank you so much for being here. If you made it all the way to the end, I had so much fun just thinking about this video and finally making it. I'm serious, this is a dream come true for me. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the like button, and leave a comment if you want. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!